Hey guys, it's James from plusONE here, and I'm joined on the couch by Tara.
I'm also from plusONE.
Woo boy. Anyway, so we don't all have time to watch 6 hours of conferences anymore. Mm-hmm. We're not young and as...
Not committed to jobs and work. And
yeah.
Sleep is important for...
Many of us, every human being, on some level, needs sleep. So we decided we would do a quick little E3 recap for you. There's a lot of other news sources out there.
Yeah.
Journalists and press and such. But we really think that the best people to give you an idea is...
us.
Two 20-somethings in their lounge room in Melbourne, suburbia.
Yeah.
So let's hit it. How'd you enjoy the Square Enix conference? We didn't watch it. First up on the Sunday was EA, bucking the trend of having to wait until the week, and one-upping Bethesda. Usually they do it on the Monday. This year they did it on the Sunday. What'd you like from E3? What'd you like from EA, Tara?
EA, I don't even know. I can't even remember their press conferences. Most of it's sport, and I don't like sport.
We skimmed through it, past the sport.
It's not that I against other people that like the sport games. It's just it's literally like 4 games and then the rest of the conference sports.
Yeah.
Like I think before we started watching, we even made a joke like they're like, oh, we only have this one game, but the rest of our hour, sports. So I was like,
They showed it was like Titanfall 2, obviously,
actually, yeah.
is the big one. Battlefield 1, the Star Wars game, basically kept saying, hey, we're making a buttload of Star Wars games.
Yeah.
So don't,
buy anything else.
Yeah, only Star Wars from now on. They've got many studios working on lots of different little games there, which I guess is exciting if you're a Star Wars fan. There's been lots of Star Wars games in the past that have been really bad, so maybe not such a good thing, but yeah, time will tell. A little bit of Mass Effect, showed them a little more behind the scenes stuff, I think.
Yeah, not actual gameplay or like a trailer or anything.
No, nothing like that. Just making sure you know it exists.
It's coming.
Yeah.
One day.
And then I think after that is directly when they like started wheeling in the Madden, like quickly go now. Oh, we've got them hooked. Put out the Madden. That was all pretty much from EA. Pretty usual fare. Nothing super exciting. You got your Battlefield and your Mass Effect in that. Not a lot's changed there. Next up was Bethesda.
I guess the main thing from theirs was the Skyrim remaster.
Probably the most exciting thing for a lot of people would be the Skyrim remaster.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool. I definitely was asking for added and more better water effects, and they delivered.
Otherwise than that, another Quake Champions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I made a joke saying that. Is it just remaking old games now? Is that a thing?
They threw straight from Quake into Doom.
I guess another thing, they're bringing Fallout Shelter to PC.
Pretty exciting, I guess.
Like, I mean, I played it on the mobile when it first came out, but it wasn't...
Was it deep enough,
like,
probably?
It wasn't, like, enough that it gets a bit repetitive, so after a while, you sort of like, oh, I've done everything. But I guess now when they started adding, like, missions and that, it might make it a little bit more exciting. So... I guess once it gets on PC, I might try it out, see.
Dishonored 2, a lot of that sort of stuff, which I understand is a lot of very exciting for Dishonored fans. I haven't played Dishonored. I got a little bit into it. I haven't gone back to it yet. I intend to. It seems like a good game. Also, Prey reboot, perhaps, which I think is a franchise. I think they own it. If it is the same one as from a couple of years ago. There was Prey 2 in development for a while, which I think sort of just slid into development hell. And
oh, okay.
So potentially, they think there's still some milk in that udder. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, Fallout 4 is coming to VR, which is pretty exciting. If you never want to see the sun again.
Yeah, and have VR stuff and can afford.
And who doesn't in this day and age? Anyway, next up, was Microsoft, who traditionally kick off E3 on the Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Now that they've got Bethesda and Square Enix and that undercutting them, not the case anymore. And traditionally also they're pretty poor showings, I find, in my experience. What did you think, Tara?
I found they were alright. Wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Like some of the games. I mean, I got sick of hearing
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive
before every single one, which sort of got annoying after a while. And then, I don't know, some of the games just didn't get me excited. I mean, there was one game that I really enjoyed.
We Happy Few.
Yeah, We Happy Few. That actually looked really good.
Yeah.
So might have to invest in an Xbox.
Well, I think it's coming to it's console. I think.
Okay.
It's first on console and Xbox, so it is coming to the other.
Okay, then that's where I'll wait.
Yeah. So no stress there.
That looked cool. It's like something different. I think because normally the Xbox games and that they're all sort of the same. So like you got Forza. The only cool thing I guess it's coming to Australia. Like it's Australia games. Though there was a map recently, a picture that I saw, and it was like, that's not Australia. That's not not where everything is. But I guess they've made it like that so it's easy to navigate and fit in the game. But
it would be pretty boring otherwise having to drive for 8 hours to get to a different part of the country.
Yeah. So. Halo, come on, guys. I mean, I don't know. I've just never been a fan of Halo, so as soon as there's a Halo announcement, it's like, oh, here we go again, Xbox. I don't know. What did you think, James?
Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree, Tara. Because I thought it was good. I thought because, first of all, the Xbox One Slim. The thing with Xbox is everybody knows they really dropped the ball with the launch and everything.
Yeah.
Like they missed the mark so much.
We have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message if you don't like it?
I think they realized they missed the mark so much and have been trying really hard to claw us back, which I've always said to people is good because it means we're going to get better products from them, and they're trying really hard, and they've been doing that with the backwards compatibility and all that extra sort of stuff there, which Sony isn't really still getting on board with. When you look at where the press conference has traditionally been for Microsoft in the previous years, this was a really strong showing for them.
Yeah.
Had that hardware straight off the bat, and then of course the
Project Scorpio.
The Project Scorpio at the end, which is really designed for the core gamers and VR and that sort of stuff in mind. There was barely any mention of content, which is nice because usually they'll have a bunch of swami executive guys come in there and saying that Microsoft Xbox is the best for your content and all new content and exclusive content. I think as soon as you start talking about TV shows and games and such as content, it's such a divide between the passion of the fans and what they see it as. And there's that's gone. No mention of the Kinect.
Which is a surprise.
Yeah, and
no Kinect demo, which
I think
that's the best part because it's a very low-worthy section. But
I think it's safe to say that they've abandoned Kinect and realized that probably VR
is the way to go.
Is a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
As well as the new program they've announced where you buy it on Xbox One and get it on Windows 10, which is pretty cool. As someone obviously that does that just seems like more of a fit. I think they've realized they've always sort of been fighting against people that have the PC and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think the new guy, this new Phil Spencer, he seems to be a lot more in tune with actually kind of. I mean, he maybe just appears that way, but he seems to be a lot more in tune with realizing that PC is a legitimate platform and that sort of thing, and maybe it should be more working together instead of fighting against each other. On the games, as Tara mentioned, it is just the same. It's like another Gears of War, another Forza, another Battlefield, another Halo game, another Dead Rising game. Really, the only game that sort of stood out really was probably that indie game.
Yeah.
The We Happy Few.
Yeah.
Which I think, regardless would stand anyway because it looks quite good. But yeah, I thought compared to the E3 presentation of the past, they really actually stepped it up quite a lot, and good for them.
They didn't have any cars coming up from the roof or anything from Forza or anything, which was good. I guess less theatrics, more hey, we listened.
They're still trying to claw us back.
Yeah.
Which is, like I said, good for the consumer.
Yeah.
So keep it up.
Yeah.
Because that Xbox Slim is probably the first time I've been might actually be interested in an Xbox now. Next up is Ubisoft, who do, I think it's midday or something on the Monday. And again, traditionally awkward
Awkward and awful.
Yeah, they usually, even if they have really, decent games, they still get bizarre hosts. They've had Aisha Tyler for a while now, who I think is doing probably a better job than a lot of previous hosts. Like Joel McHale, I think they had once, and then like that Mr. Caffeine guy. I don't know who he is, but that was really bizarre. And that's sort of the reputation they have. And
as you said, when we were watching, I think they embraced that a little.
It seems like they're embracing their weirdness now, which is probably a better thing. Yeah. I think for them. Those French Canadians, I think, they're more of like, hey, here's some crazy dances and stuff like that. And then, Aisha Tyler's coming out and pointing out how bizarre it is and dropping F-bombs and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think it's, they're embracing it now, which I think makes it a lot more comfortable, and you can just have fun with it. So good on you for that. Yeah. Bad on you for making it go for 2 hours.
Yeah, it went for so long. Like
really poorly paced.
And you could tell sort of towards the end, like the host was like, "We gotta wrap it up."
It's not sure entirely what happened there, but
the South Park thing seemed to go on for ages. Like that could probably be maybe a bit that went wrong.
Skimmed through a lot of it, like the Star Trek VR thing. We're like, okay, it was.
Yeah, like a lot of there was like.
Actually, Tara just straight up, she's like, "Can you please skip through this?"
Yeah, I was not interested.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. There was some things where they showed like long movie clips of stuff, and it's like, well, I get that you want to be like, hey, look at all these celebrities using our game, but it's like just. It's meant to be all snappy and quick. Like
we got other conferences to go to.
Yeah, like if you want to get people's attention and interest, you got to make it quick. You can't make it boring and long and.
Yeah, like our videos. Da 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 da.
I guess cool that we saw a bit of Watch Dogs 2 playthrough. Only thing, as you can like, what I've seen, like other people have said that I don't know where they think like hackers are like all these fit parkour trendy looking people, like I don't know.
Well, it's a fantasy world.
Yeah, I know. But I saw something on Reddit I think this morning which made me laugh because it's like, what kind of hacker puts their secret organization on their cap and wears that around? Like
there's a lot of strange stuff in there.
Yeah, but it looks nice. It looks hopefully it looks will be received better than the first one, and
it doesn't look like it's anything particularly groundbreaking yet. But, and then other ones, Ghost Recon, the new Ghost Recon game, which basically just sort of looks like a 4-player co-op in the Ghost Recon universe, which is cool. Seems fun. It actually kind of reminded me the gameplay they did where you have to like sneak in and get someone and get away and all that sort of thing. It just kind of reminded me of a GTA heist, which isn't a bad thing particularly. Eagle Flight, which is a VR demo thing.
It was really... That probably went on too long.
That felt like it went on way too long. There's something so unexciting about watching 4 people on stage like
moving their head around.
Not sure. Yeah. Seems like a cool idea, but maybe it really could have just shortened it down. Yeah. Usually Ubisoft in the last couple of years have been ending with big bangs. So first of all, they did the reveal of Watch Dogs, which was crazy at the time. Yeah. As it turned out, it wasn't really that in the end. They did The Division the year after that, which again was crazy, looked really good. Wasn't entirely that way in the end. Yeah. And then last year they did Rainbow Six, which is... they did the big comeback of Rainbow Six, which again looked quite good and actually came out quite good as well. Yeah. So I think, they just sort of got themselves, they're like, we just got to keep on topping it every year.
And they did not top it this year.
This year was probably a little more underwhelming for most people.
Yeah. It looked cool, but it's not something I would buy. It's not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's probably more of a niche for a lot of
it's a very particular style of game that not everyone's looking for. So.
Yeah, right. And what is that game, Tara? No, I mean, what's the game? You've been talking about the game that ended it, but what
Steep.
is it? Yeah, Steep, which is basically like a alpine extreme
so pretty much just
simulator.
like if you were an extreme skateboarder, snowboarder, wingsuit person, paraglider, and skier. So if you're into winter sports, it's the game for you.
It's kind of like Drive Club mixed with a snowboarding game and stuff like that. It has a lot of social integration in that, which, like I said, I guess is kind of cool. Time will tell if it's that successful. But weird. long, but at least they kind of seem to be a bit more self-aware now. Next up was Sony, the one we've all been waiting for.
I actually really enjoyed their conference, because we were able to watch it live.
The only one, because they do it at 6:30 over there, so it's like 11 a.m. here.
Managed to be when we were actually awake.
Which is nice.
Because I was making breakfast at the time. I'd be in the kitchen. I'd be running back every now and then to
She's
watch
hearing
it.
all this screaming and this big orchestral score, and she's like, what is it?
Oh, man.
And it was just God of War. And she's like, who's that? And I was like, I think it's Kratos. We haven't really played God of War. So that seemed to excite a lot of people.
Yeah, it did. But
I'm sure it is exciting.
every time there was cheering, I ran back, and if it was a game I was interested in, I would be like, this is pretty cool. But other than that, I'd be like, I'm going back in the kitchen.
The next one I think was Days Gone, which is like some sort of post-apocalyptic
that's
game
right.
with like a bikie for a while. We were like,
oh my god, Ride to Hell 2?
Yeah.
Yes! And then...
It seemed like it was like a sequel to Ride to Hell, and we're like, if they made like a sequel to Ride to Hell that was actually like really good, that would just be the best. It would just like be such a left like I can't even imagine what it would be like.
We played a little of the Ride to Hell, and we could not do too much at all. So if pretty fun. It looked really good, and then that it wasn't Ride to Hell 2. I'm like, oh, but it actually still looks pretty good. So.
Yeah. A thing I noticed about Sony actually, pretty much all the way through, is they just sort of like smashed out trailer after trailer or gameplay after gameplay. Very little talking. No mention of their new console, which, to be fair, they said they weren't going to do.
Yeah.
They have acknowledged that there's going to be some sort of refreshed PS4, but they didn't, talk about it there, which is really kind of fine by me. I don't really care until they're ready. Obviously, Microsoft are a lot further ahead with that, so they do what they want about it, and I'm fine with my current PS4. Thank you very much. So, I
think another exciting thing, The Last Guardian actually had a release date.
Yeah, very exciting for a lot of people.
Everyone cheered about that.
Yeah, as they should.
Because that's been in development for ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it's probably been in and out of development.
Oh, okay,
if it's been in development this entire time, you'd be expecting a pretty good product, but because it looks more or less the same to me than it does like in that first E3 trailer on PS3, I'm thinking it's probably been in and out a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, finally coming, which is good because it still looks amazing. Then there's the Horizon, that hunting robot game, which looks pretty cool.
That looks really good. I'm very excited for that.
Tickled her pickle, and it does look. It looks
really
fun.
good. My only disappointment was Crash. Because they're like, guess what, everyone? And they made like little theatrics, like Crash Bandicoot's coming back. We're remastering it.
People are like crying. They're like, my God, they do listen.
Yeah, and then they're like, but let's just check him out in Skylanders first. And then they showed that and then
shit. The crowd went silent.
Everyone, you could tell everyone was like, that's not what we wanted.
That was like
if you're going to remake it or remaster it, at least show something. Not be like, hey, look at this children's game we've got him in.
Yeah, that was probably the only time I was like, oh, that was a bit of a misstep on your behalf there, Sony. They've also a lot of VR stuff, like a Batman VR thing and X-Wing,
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 be fully playable in VR.
Yeah.
A bunch of VR stuff, which is probably why they didn't really bring up the
console,
the Neo and that.
Yeah. And another thing, I guess, which sort of caught us by surprise was the Call of Duty trailer, because it actually looked really good, and we're like, oh, this game...
They intended that.
I was like, the game's looked really good, and then like halfway through, James was like, pretty sure this is Call of Duty. I think they're tricking us here, and then it sort of switched, and then you could tell, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Call of Duty. But like, for that brief moment, it looked like it was good.
Well, that's the thing, it could be a good game.
That's what I mean, like, it could be a good game, but because it's I don't know.
They're trying different stuff, and they're really pushing it out there. And I think that's kind of obviously what they were aiming for, because they really show it as like not a Call of Duty game. And they don't give any indication it's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then I remembered something about like the starfights. And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And then you see that you start seeing the gunplay in that. And when you look to like another character and their name pops up and you're like, oh yeah, I see what they did. Strange admissions. Nothing from Naughty Dog. Probably fine, given that they've just come off Uncharted 4. But I was sort of semi-expecting just like a little hint,
even just
as they did with like Uncharted, the first Uncharted thing, where it's just like him in the mud and a little bit of Sully talking.
Like, because that was like that's compared to the Crash Bandicoot opening as well.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
I never put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought maybe there'll be a little something from Naughty Dog. No Gran Turismo stuff. Which is a bit strange.
Yeah. Well, especially I guess because Xbox has Forza, so you'd think they'd
try and combat that. Combat.
I don't know.
There was a PC show as well. I haven't actually watched it yet. Last year's was kind of a bit of a disaster and just a super awkward talk show. So I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah.
Don't know if I will.
We haven't watched Nintendo yet either.
No, that's right. Nintendo as well. Have missed it out on Nintendo.
Yeah.
But there isn't really a press conference. It's more of a stream they do now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it, they've announced a new Zelda game, which is super exciting, but still don't have a Wii U either. So, what you can do?
They got their new console coming out as well.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Little E3 recap, our thoughts and opinions, things. So
we liked, what we didn't.
Yeah.
What did you like? What didn't you like?
Let us know.
Let us know.
In the comments or tweet us or Facebook us.
Facebook us.
Why are you being weird?
It's so funny to repeat everything you did.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next time then.
Yes, catch you next time on +1.
Yes. Bye.
Goodbye.